Welcome back to another edition of Vees View with head coach Fred Harbinson. I'm Fraser Rogers. Just wrapping up practice ahead of a big week for the team. Let's go back maybe first and foremost to last weekend. A couple tough results in Vernon and Trail, but you look at both games were games the Vees could have probably pulled out a couple points.
Yeah, I know it was a tough month, never mind a week, really. In 3 of our 6 losses, we had leads in the third, and, it's... the world's not coming to an end. It's and there could be tougher times before we get out of it. You don't know. And so we had a positive meeting yesterday, a real positive practice again today. Unfortunately, we might have lost another defenseman today in practice, right when we think we're getting close to having 6 of them for a game for the first time in over a month and a bit. But you know what? It's like we said before. This is all part of the process. There's no quit in our guys. There's no quit in our coaching staff, and we'll find ways to get through it.
You talked about adversity in January, turning the page to February as well. Some of the players really embraced the adversity, just chatting to them, saying, you know what, maybe this will help us come March and April and even into May, when that's when the wins really do matter.
Yeah, no question. I mean, at the same time, it's easy to say that, but then you have to do something about it. So, hopefully we're starting to, everybody wants to talk about learning lessons or maybe you got to play harder. You know what? There's been a little bit of everything. Part of it, we've been so short-manned on the back end, not to make excuses. Everyone loses man games. But when you lose guys on the back end, it's magnified so much more than up front. And so, there's been a little bit of that. We've had some tough bounces where early in the year, maybe a game that we shouldn't have won, we did. And here, there's been a couple times where, the tie here at home the other night, I thought we should have won that game. We had plenty of chances to get that 4th goal, and unfortunately we didn't.
They say when it rains, it pours, but spin that into positive. You think you can get that snowball going if, a good result starts tonight in Merritt, this team can maybe get on a roll heading into the last month of the regular season?
For sure. It's, that's all it takes is, it was only 30 days ago there was teams that, everybody was looking at us as a real tough opponent come playoff time. And, really what's changed? We'll get our guys back. We'll get all you need is one positive moment to kind of turn it the other way. And we've been talking here different analogies, but it's like when you're a golfer and things are going great, and all of a sudden one day you go out there and you start hooking them into the woods or putting them into the water, and then you start overthinking, and here you go. And so we just need a couple good shots in a row, and then you start banging them back through the fairway.
Clearly, he's been watching my golf game in the summer. For head coach Fred Harbinson, Fraser Rogers, here now is Matt Robson. And chatting with goaltender Matt Robson, and Matt, obviously a trying week last week for the teams with a tie and a pair of losses to Vernon and Trail. You're one of the elder statesmen on this team. You played in junior, you're at the college level. I'm sure guys are looking up to you and a few others. What's the message after a week like that and some tough losses? What do you say to the group?
Just stay calm, stick to your guns. We've done enough talking in the room and kind of pinpointed what we need to work on. And it's really all just minor stuff, a lot of mental stuff. And being an older guy, you just got to kind of keep the emotion even keel and just try and set a good example. And let them know that there's always another game right now. So
you look at it in these last couple of games. There's actually moments, stretches, even periods where the Vees, played well. You had leads against Trail, obviously, in the weekend. But I guess a big thing is trying to get out and to have a bigger lead and play with the lead a little bit more going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what it is, but we've given up a few leads in the third. And, it's all just experience that it'll come in handy as we go for a run down the stretch here in March and April. And, obviously we want to play with the lead no matter what. It's not like we want to come from behind, but just bear down in our defensive zone, communicate a little better, and just make the simple plays when we need to. If we're up too late in the game, we don't need to make a risky play for a high reward. We just need to keep everything sort of even throughout the period and keep a lead, right? So,
is there a bit of a balancing act, a delicate situation, trying to play up to your abilities, but maybe not try to overplay when you're down and doing too much? You see maybe, some players, like you mentioned, not trying to be too risky, or what about yourself as well? Do you try to keep that even keel in the net, not try to do too much, because that's when things might get away from you?
Yeah, for sure. You want to, as a goalie, you want to stay consistent for 60 minutes. From the drop of the first puck to that final buzzer, you don't really want to change too much. Obviously you want to make clutch saves and speed the game up when you need to and slow it down when you need to as well. So I just think staying consistent through 60 minutes is really, that's my job, and obviously keep the puck out of the net, and the boys should be all right.
Big road trip ahead now, tonight in Merritt, then on the weekend, Nanaimo, Victoria. Is it a perfect time for this group maybe to get away from some of the noise around the last couple weeks here and be on the road together and try to right this ship?
Yeah, I think it'll be good to get on the road, spend a few hours, quality time on the bus together. And I mean, yeah, it'll be good. I mean, the start of the season, we went on a long road trip, and we had some real good success there. And going down to Victoria, that'll be a big challenge for us. And I think we have a strong week, and we play the way that we can. I think we'll come out with, we all want to come out with 3 wins. And if we do that, I think sort of pushing the snowball down the hill, and by the time playoffs come, that thing will be so big, no one will want to get in the way. So.
Matt Robson and the Vees look to get the ball rolling this week. It all starts tonight in Merritt. For Matt Robson and Fred Harbinson, Fraser Rogers, this has been another edition of Castanet.net Vees Views.